Hello friends! Today we're going to talk about a mountain so breathtaking that everything else in this world seems small before its beauty. A mountain that touches the sky, yet demands the ultimate price for its magnificence. A human life. Yes, we're not talking about Mount Everest, but about a mountain where snowstorms can turn into death in the blink of an eye, and where every single step is a direct battle between life and death. This is K2, the world's second highest and most dangerous peak. It stands 8,611 meters above sea level. That's about 28,251 feet. This mighty summit lies in the Karakoram Range on the border of Pakistan and China. Some call it the Savage Mountain, a mountain so ruthless it challenges every climber who dares to face it. Today, we'll uncover the secrets of this mountain of death, a place that tests the limits of human courage, passion, and survival. K2 is not just great in height, it leads the world in danger too. This is the mountain where every single step is a direct battle with death. But the question is, why is K2 so deadly? Mount Everest may be the highest mountain in the world, but the most dangerous one is K2. Compared to Everest, K2's faces are far steeper and more vertical. Here, even the smallest mistake can send a climber plunging thousands of feet into the abyss. The weather on K2 can change at any moment. Within minutes, a clear sky can turn into a raging snowstorm. The winds are so powerful, they can blow away entire tents. That's why the right window for climbing comes only for a few weeks each year. Above 8,000 meters lies the death zone. Here, the oxygen level is just 1/3 of what it is at sea level. At this altitude, the human body slowly begins to shut down. Staying too long up here means certain death. But the most dangerous part of K2 is the bottleneck. It lies at an altitude of around 8,200 meters, deep inside the death zone. Here, climbers have to pass through an extremely narrow path. Above them hang massive walls of ice, thousands of tons, ready to break loose at any moment. At such height, walking beneath this deadly ice overhang means stepping right into the shadow of death. That's why most of the lives lost on K2 have ended here, at the bottleneck. Even the greatest tragedy of 2008 happened right at this spot. The most terrifying truth about K2 is its fatality rate, the number that shows how many climbers attempt the summit and how many actually make it back alive. On K2, this number is truly frightening. Almost 1 out of every 4 climbers never returns. That means around 25% of those who climb this mountain lose their lives on it. In comparison, Mount Everest's fatality rate is only about 4%. Everest exhausts you, but K2 destroys you. This mountain demands not just strength, but luck as well, because on K2, every single step is a thin line between life and death. So dangerous, so merciless, and yet humans kept returning to K2 because this wasn't just a mountain, it was the ultimate test of human courage and limits. The year was 1902. An international team, climbers from 5 different countries, set out to conquer K2. For 68 days, they battled snowstorms and freezing cold. But harsh weather, limited equipment, and unknown routes forced them to turn back. On its very first attempt, K2 sent humans home defeated. The mountain remained unconquered. In 1909, Italy's Duke Luigi Amadeo arrived. He surveyed the mountain, found routes, and reached high altitudes. But the summit was still far. However, the route he discovered later became known as the Abruzzi Spur. He discovered K2's most famous climbing route, a failure that laid the foundation for future victory. In 1938, a team came from the United States, led by Charles Houston. A team full of technology, new strategy, and hope. But the same old enemy, the weather. Fierce storms stopped the entire expedition. This difficulty made Charles Houston realize K2, a mountain that tries to kill you. It was from here that this mountain got its name in the world, the Savage Mountain. There was courage, but the mountain still remained higher than humans. In 1939, another American team set out, but this expedition turned into a series of tragedies. Many climbers lost their way, and some fell into the Valley of Death. This time, K2 didn't just take away victory, it claimed many lives too. In 1953, the same Charles Houston returned. With better planning, but once again, luck was not on their side. A deadly storm trapped them in their camp. After being stuck in the snow for several days, they made the tough decision to return. It was a defeat, but one remembered as one of the most inspiring stories of human courage. Then came 1954, the year that changed everything. An Italian team led by Ardito Desio. After days of hard work, climbing thousands of feet and fighting death, on July 31, 1954, Lino Lacedelli and Achille Compagnoni reached K2's summit. For the first time, K2 bowed to humans. It was not just a mountain's victory, but human determination. In 1954, humans reached the summit of K2, but the story didn't end there, because K2 soon showed that reaching the top is one thing, and returning alive is another. In the 1950s and 60s, many countries tried to conquer it again. Some succeeded, some returned, and many never came back. The year was 1986. In a single season, 27 climbers attempted K2, and 13 of them lost their lives. One accident after another occurred on the way back. Snowstorms, falling rocks, breaking ropes. Everywhere was the silence of death. That year, K2 showed its most terrifying face, which history remembers as the year of the tragedy. In 1995, Britain's famous climber Alison Hargreaves, who had climbed Everest without oxygen, reached K2. But while descending, a fierce storm swallowed everything. Alison and 6 other climbers never returned. K2 claimed yet another heroine in its silence. The year 2008, one of the saddest chapters in K2's history. A total of 11 climbers died when, while descending after conquering the summit, a massive Sirac ice wall collapsed. The main ropes were buried in snow, and climbers were trapped in the Valley of Death. Many teams tried to save each other, but K2 spared no one. It was the day K2 proved once again, it is not just a mountain, but a trap that swallows even courage. Friends, K2 is still the same today, cold, silent, yet magnificent. The only difference is that now humans don't come to conquer it, they come to understand it, to learn to walk alongside it. Once it was a battle for victory, now it is a journey of respect. Because you can climb K2, but you can never truly conquer it. This is the real story of K2, a bond between humans and nature, where even in defeat, a profound victory is hidden. If you enjoyed this story, like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.